After stamping its mark on pro-democracy protesters overnight, the Thai military continued its uncompromising clampdown. 700 demonstrators arrested at the Royal Hotel were driven off to outlying army barracks. More than 500 roadblocks were set up round the city. The authorities, now calling themselves the Bangkok Peacekeeping Council, said they were instigating what they described as termination squads to stop remaining protesters, many of whom have been using motorcycles to taunt and attack the military. During the day, there were more confrontations between civilians and soldiers. A police station near the government's public relations department was surrounded by demonstrators demanding the release of those arrested. More than 1,300 people have been detained since the violence started on Sunday.
Up until now, the Thais have enjoyed freedoms to a large extent, no less freedom of the press and so on. But what you're seeing now is a total reversion. It's a reaction against all the freedoms that have been enjoyed. They're suppressing the newspapers, they're cutting off satellite links and so on, giving out lies on television and so on. And I think it's so crucial because if we allow this to happen, what you will see in future is a very ruthless regime trying to suppress the people through all forms of channels.
The violent unrest in Bangkok has already had serious economic repercussions. The Thai stock market dropped 9%. Tourism, which accounts for 5% of the country's GDP, is being hit. But no international aid has yet been withdrawn. Indeed, reaction abroad has been muted, despite the fact that the Thai economy could be vulnerable to outside pressure.
It's just had 5 years of rapid growth, and the economy is overheated, which means it has a very large current account deficit, this year of about $9 to $10 billion, which it has to finance. In the past, it's had no trouble financing these deficits because foreign investors, bankers, have been falling over each other to put money into Thailand. Now I should imagine they're all going to be thinking very carefully before lending new money or rolling over existing loans to Thailand. The Thai military has shown over the past few days that it couldn't care less what the world thinks. The key country would be Japan, which is by far the largest foreign investor and trade partner with Thailand.
Opposite the Thai embassy in London today, nationals gathered to protest about events at home. The ambassador's secretary arrived to collect a petition demanding the resignation of Prime Minister Suchinda and the restoration of democracy.
I would like the British government to pressure on the Thai government.
We're not asking for anything very exciting.
Nothing at all.
We just want democracy and the right to elect our Prime Minister.
This afternoon, the British Foreign Office summoned the Thai ambassador to complain about what it described as excessive force and the arrest of opposition leader Jamlong Simung.
The international reaction has been one of guarded response, in fact too timid in my opinion. Some countries like Japan have not even stated that they're going to cut off aid. What I'd like to see is firstly a very strong verbal reprimand of the current regime. I'd like to see, number one, the release of those who've been detained, and number two, end to all use of force, and of course thirdly in the long run, a return to democracy.